We're going to go inside the foxhole now. We're going to talk to Dustin Fox, one of my favorite segments that we do each and every week. Obviously, a big deal down at Ohio State this week. Dustin, they decided to vacate the wins from last season and put themselves on 2 years probation over the Tattoo-Gate scandal. What do you think? Was that enough for the NCAA, or are we going to see more things coming?
Well, I don't know what we're going to see coming. But if you're Ohio State, this is the only thing that you can do. You can't come out here and give yourself a post-game ban, postseason bowl ban. You can't give yourself a TV ban. You just can't take that type of measure. Honestly, if I was Ohio State, I'd have probably done nothing and just submitted my letter of what we did when we were doing the research and the evaluation process and what they found. But this is their way of saying we're going to self-propose a sanction on ourselves and find out what the NCAA comes back with.
Well, we know that Jim Tressel is going to talk to the NCAA on August 12th. Terrell Pryor is not, and I think that might be beneficial for Ohio State if Terrell Pryor doesn't talk to the NCAA. I don't know what kind of evidence the NCAA is going to have on top of what media reports are, correct?
Correct, and the fact that Terrell's gone and Coach Tressel's gone, I think only helps Ohio State's bid to the fact that they want to try and not have a post-game or a postseason bowl ban. They don't want to lose scholarships. Similar to everyone keeps comparing this to the UCLA or USC story with Southern Cal, losing 2 seasons of bowl games and losing, I think, 30 scholarships or what it was. But I just don't see it being the same type of scenario playing out. I think there's a lot more going into this. The fact that we're talking about tattoos and some memorabilia, we're not talking about players getting put up in beach houses and cars and tons of money. I think a lot of this has been blown out of proportion to a certain extent.
So you think that part of the penalty, the NCAA will look at this and say, look, Jim Tressel's gone, Terrell Pryor's gone, and there are still 5 guys suspended for the first 5 games of the season.
Yeah, and I think that 5-game suspension is pretty significant when you consider that these guys coming back are seniors and they're basically missing half of their senior season. That's a big penalty for what they did. And ultimately, I don't think we'd even be having this discussion if it wasn't for the fact that Coach Tressel lied to the NCAA and withheld information. And the fact that he's gone now, I think it helps Ohio State tremendously going into this meeting on August 12th. It's just a question of whether or not they're going to find more information, or if they found more information throughout the last couple months when the SI story broke and all of the things that sort of transpired over the last couple of months.
All right, Dustin, last topic on Ohio State for you. It looks like Mike Vrabel is going to join the staff down there for Luke Fickell. I mean, it's like the worst-kept secret of all time. Do you think how is that going to play out for Ohio State, and how beneficial will that be for the Buckeyes?
I think it's a great move for Ohio State. I think in the short term, it gives them a jolt to the defense. I think it brings a lot of fresh blood to Ohio State. Luke and Mike played together. They were roommates, and they obviously have a lot of chemistry. I think instantly it gives them a boost in recruiting as well. Having the fact that Mike Vrabel can go into a kid's home and show off the Super Bowl rings, a guy who's played there and he knows what it's about, and he's an intimidating figure, no less, him and Luke. So I'm excited about it, and I look forward to seeing how those guys can work together on a coaching staff at Ohio State. It'll definitely be exciting. All
right, as you know, it was a big week for Derek Jeter. He got his 3,000th hit. Dustin, you're about to get your 3,000th follower on Twitter. What a special moment for you. We were going to bring confetti in. Your thoughts on, I mean, you had no followers when you started the Foxhole here on Channel 5.
I think it was a year ago, Andy, when we did this on Sports Sunday, and we started our little Twitter-thon. And here we are with about 3,000 followers. So if you're not following yet, I don't know how many I have. I haven't looked since we started airing, but follow at Dustin Fox 37, and always good insight from myself. And you and I go back and forth, and we have a good time.
That's one of my favorite things to do. So we'll send that tweet to the Twitter Hall of Fame, Dustin Fox. Thanks for joining us inside the Foxhole.